Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check fresh release from Dora Wings. This is actually a kit which should be considered as a novelty of 2020, but we have a chance to check it closer. It's a commercial, let's say, sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review, and we are going to open it and check all the parts. So first of all, it copies Lockheed Vega 5B in 1/48 scale. You can see this aircraft here on the box art. Of course, you know who was flying on this aircraft. If not, I recommend to read the story behind this flight. Also on the side here you can see some information about the kit. There are 183 plastic parts. Also there are some PE parts as well. And on the other side you can see some other kits from the same brand. They are also quite interesting, so maybe we'll check them in following video reviews. This is a top opening box. Here inside, don't, let's say, pay attention to this brochure because it was given out on Spielwarenmesse exhibition, but here you can see all the upcoming releases from Dora Wings. And here you can see them from another side. Okay, so plastic sprues. So here we have all frames packed into the same plastic bag. This is a resealable plastic bag. Of course, assembly manual is also here, so we are going to open them and take a closer look at what is supplied in this kit. So let's open it. In the meantime, let me remind you that you can support us financially. It is quite easy to do because we have special donate button on our website, and of course you decide how much we will get for new photo and video equipment. And of course PayPal should make it easier to send, safer to send, so it's quite quick and easy thing to do. So here we have first grey plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to fuselage halves. As you can see, both are molded without tail section, and external detailing looks quite simple, I would say. Then inside we have some details as well. There are even some guiding elements as far as you can see, but note on this, take a look at those attachment points. They are going onto the fuselage half, so you have to be careful while separating it. And of course it might be a bit tricky to glue those two parts together, so be careful while doing this task and do not hurry, of course. Okay, next we have second grey plastic sprue. This one goes with cowling and engine parts. As you can see, molding quality is on the same level, so here I don't have any complaints. And attachment points are more or less thin. We have small amounts of flesh on the thin parts, but I think that's not such a huge problem because it will be easy to solve with sharp knife. And note that these cowling halves, they do not have any guiding elements, so you have to be extra careful while joining them together. Okay, next we have separate plastic sprue, which is dedicated to power plant for this aircraft. Even though it will be barely visible on the finished aircraft, still we have quite detailed engine out of the box, so I would recommend to play with painting and weathering techniques in order to get even more convincing result. Here it will be worth it, and let's not forget that this is a 1/72nd scale kit, and still we get all those parts as a standard bonus. You won't have to spend some extra for resin parts or do some other nonsense. Everything comes out of the box. Next we have plastic sprue with various external and internal elements. Here I don't see anything to point out. Maybe this tail landing gear, we have landing gear wheel molded separately from the landing gear leg, which might be useful for some modelers who would like to replace it with resin, for example. I'm not sure if there will be some resin accessories, but we are given such option, which is really handy in some situations. Here we have another plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to landing gear. As you can see, each wheel should be glued out of two halves, and we do not have any guiding elements inside, so be careful while doing this. The same applies to those fairings. As you can see, they're also without any, let's say, aligning elements, which might be tricky for beginners, but I think professionals will be able to solve it quite fast, I would say. Next we have another plastic bag resealable plastic bag. So here we have clear plastic frame, and as you can see, this clear plastic frame comes in a quite nice molding quality. I do not see any possible issue with these parts, and I'm not sure if masks are included. We will have to check, but if not, you have to cut everything with your own hands, obviously. But still, molding quality, I like it. I mean, all parts look clear and crisp, and should be a nice looking bonus for such scale. Here we have more of external parts. These are tail wings and elevators. As you can see, each tail wing should be assembled out of 2 halves. We have these tabs which will serve as a guiding elements. Well, at least this will help you with alignment. The same goes for the tail fin and rudder. And again, it looks more or less fine, and everything will depend on your assembly skills, let's say. Next, last 2 gray plastic sprues. Here you can see the first one. This one is dedicated to wing halves, obviously, and also we have separate ailerons. And inside, again, those wing edges, the front wing edge, it will serve as a guiding element as far as I can see. Or maybe not, because it's slightly raised over the surface, so maybe it will be providing the necessary volume for this part, but it won't be serving as a guiding element for whole wing. Let's see on the next wing. Well, as I said, the leading edge is not serving as a guiding element. We have the side edges and also trailing edge serving as a guiding element, which is also handy. It should be more than enough for a decent build. And if you flip it over here, you can see that we have quite plain surface with some minor external details, and that's pretty much all. Again, I remind that elevators are molded, actually ailerons are molded separately, so you have to attach them as a separate pieces or parts. Next we have assembly manual, but I guess inside assembly manual we have various bonuses, and yes, masks are included. Here you can see them in this separate plastic bag, so just give me a second to open it. I'll remove them out of this plastic bag and we will take a closer look. Okay, so first of all I would like to show this PE thread. As you can see, it is supplied in the separate plastic bag. It is unpainted PE thread, but I can see that we also have some cockpit elements as well. So cabin should be detailed as well. Here you can see these parts closer, if camera will focus. Yeah, now you should be able to see it. Quite nice PE thread. We have also seat belts, which is more than enough for 1/48 scale. Next we have masks. Masks are pre-cut, so all those stickers will be handy for a more or less clean result on your aircraft. As far as you can see, they will be concerned not only with canopy but also with wheels, I hope, because we have circular masks here. We have to check it in the assembly manual. And another bonus, of course, we have decals. Decals come from, it's not written where they are print, no, decograph. Here it is printed, so small symbol hints on this. And all the symbols will be used for one and only marking option. We have decals for the instrument panel as well. Printing quality looks fine. We have even this, as you can see, metallic shine on these decals, which was present on the real aircraft, so you will be able to copy it with decals only. But I know some modelers will resort to masks because they prefer more or less realistic appearance. It is already up to you if you would like to go this way. Here we have assembly manual, short history note, also paints chart, technical specifications. Next we go on with parts map. As you can see on the parts map, there is no mention in which parts will be used and which won't be used. Assembly process starts with cockpit, obviously, then we continue with engine assembly and close it into the cowling. Here we continue with Swindon gear, then we join fuselage halves together, as you can see, separate door here. So it might be possible to open it, I guess, if you would like to. Next we continue with tail wings, and then we install all this stuff on the fuselage. We install the cowling, propeller, here we install the canopy. Next we go on with landing gear struts, and actually landing gear wheels with fairings. And here we have one and only marking option. As you can see, it was flown by Amelia Earhart on 21st of May in 1932. So it might be an interesting marking option, quite bright one, I would say. But of course nobody stops you from finding something different if you would like to. But here in the kit we have only one marking option. So that's all for this video review. As I said, kit should be available quite soon, so if you would like to get it, just go to Dora Wings website and you will find list of their distributors. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!